Hi guys, so this is going to be a tutorial on how to use the new Paint and Inpainting slash Outpainting tool on Artroom. So to get to it, you're going to have to click on this Paint tab right here, and you'll get a window that looks like this. Then all you have to do is upload your starting image. I'm going to use this mermaid, and you can zoom out and move around. If you want to move around the canvas, you can either click on this tool or press the V key, that'll let you move around. Or if you're on the brush tool over here, you can hold Control and Space to move around normally. Now you can also press Space, but then it also pushes down your screen, so Control Space will let you move around the screen without too many issues. So the main thing is going to be the mask tool. To get to the mask tool, you're going to go over here and you can press Q, or you can just select it here and you're going to be on the mask tool. Then, right now I'm on the move tool, we want to go to the brush tool by pressing B, and you get a little mask paint tool. Now I'll make it a little bit bigger so I can do more access. And I'm actually going to do masking and outpainting at the same time to show you guys how it would work. So I want to extend this picture downwards. I want more of the bottom part. You can see the tail is cut off. I want to fill this up. So all you have to do is just use the brush tool and paint in the area that you want to fill in. This part is called outpainting, where you're adding to the image. And let's say I also want to get rid of these flowers. Now they're nice flowers, but just for now I'm going to get rid of them. And let's also change the hand a little bit. So anything that you use with this mask tool will go away. Now it's important to know that you can hide the mask by pressing H, but if the mask is hidden, it won't go into outpainting. So you'll actually get back the same image with this part black. So it is important that mask is visible when you send it to Stable Diffusion. This will change later. I've been told that this is not the most comfortable thing, but for now, that's what you have to do. So now that we have the part that we want to cover, we can just type in a mermaid holding a staff in an ocean. Now, a common question, I'm going to press run, and while it's running, a common question I get is, do you need to talk about only what's going to be here, or do you need to talk about the entire picture? And the answer is you want to talk about whatever is going to be in the context of the image. So, for example, right now, let me actually make sure I'm in debug mode. Yeah, if it's not working, turn on debug mode. There has been reports that it only works in debug mode. Sometimes that's true. Sometimes it works without it. I have to figure out why. Now that's running. Let me press run. I loading model. Everything's good now. Yeah, so you want to do only what's in the context. So right now, because there's a mermaid in the scene, this is what goes into Stable Diffusion. This is what I need to be in my prompt. But let's say I'm only doing the fish or the flowers here, then I don't really care about talking about the mermaid. I just want to talk about the flowers. But because the mermaid is in the context of my mask, then you should have the mermaid in the prompt. So it looks like my model is loaded, and it's going to start generating. Now when it's generating, I do like to hide the mask just so I can start seeing the things. I got my first output. When you click here, you can see that it's going to instantly fill in. You can see it changed the hand, it changed the flowers, and it started adding into this part of the image. You can see here, as they're coming in, I'm clicking them, and you just kind of find the pieces that you want. You can always remask. You can always redo the pieces that you want. Let's say like I like this hands. These hands are okay. Let me find one that's nice. It's kind of breaking my staff a little bit more than I wanted to, though. Let's find a nice one. All right, so I only did 5 images. Let's do, I kind of like this. It kind of extends the image downwards. I don't like this, but if I turn my mask back on, I can say, okay, I can erase this now. I like this, I like this, I like this. And you can always send it back. You can say, hey, I don't like the hand still. Let me redo this hand, so let me actually remask it. I don't like this. And let me actually give it more context. Maybe it doesn't understand the full image. Now I can give it the full image. If you can handle the full image, you know, it is nice to give it more context. I don't like this part. Let's change this part. I do like the tail. Let's just kind of just do a little bit here and there. I'll be a little bit sloppy just, but you know, you can zoom in and get it how you want it to be. And now I can press run and it'll redo these pieces. And let me hide the mask just so I can, you know, a bit easier to see how the pieces go. Okay, that looks a little bit better. I do like that a lot actually. That's not as nice. I do like this. I like this a lot. So maybe I'll stick with this one. And you can always use the left and right arrow keys to cycle through. Note that if you have your old history, it might look a little bit weird if you moved it up. But you can also press Control Z to undo, Control Y to redo. There's undo and redo buttons here. It's going to help out a lot. You might, for now, you might have to redo a lot to get back to the original. We're going to work on the better workflows for that. This is actually really nice. I do like this. I think I like this the best. Yeah. So let's go back to the one I liked, or one that was nice. This one was nice. Let's say I want to add in a starfish here, right? So it's going to be hard to add in something from nothing. So what you can do is, instead of being in the mask tool, you can be in the base tool. And the base tool is going to say, hey, I just want to draw. So let me draw a little starfish over here, right? And let's all draw a little star here. And let me actually do some outpainting too. So let me go make this a little bit smaller. Let me extend the image over here. And let's do the mask tool. Turn the brush, and I think it's Q to get the mask, and let's make it big again. The color of the mask doesn't matter too much. Let me see, I mean, it's a little bit stuck. Give me 2 seconds to see. Oh, because I have my mask hidden, that's why. Oops. All right, so let me erase this stuff. I want to let me just clear everything. There's also a clear mask button, Shift-C. That just clears out the whole mask. You can use that too. So let's do outpainting here. And then I want this. And let me actually extend this upwards a bit. Let's actually do this whole little area. Just kind of make this image a little bit bigger. And here, I don't care about the mermaid. The mermaid's no longer in the shot. Now I can say a starfish in a magical ocean. And now, because the mermaid is in the context, but I really care about, I could still have the mermaid, but it's not as important because it's not going to be changed. So even if it messes up the mermaid, it's not gonna be noticeable in the actual output. So now I'm generating this. It's only going to generate this area, and that's kind of the process. You can kind of draw whatever you want. You can extend the image as much as you want. Right now, you do have to draw into this outpainted area. Ultimately, it's going to be fixed later, but for now, you do have to do that. Now, you can see here, I didn't really use my image as much as I wanted to. So what I'm actually going to do is I'm going to lower the strength a bit. Because if you lower the strength, it'll use more of the original. Now, you will have to play around with how much strength to actually use. But for now, I'm going to say 0.5. That might be a good number. And let's try it again. Sometimes your images get blurry. Sometimes they get black. I don't know why the black images show up. We're going to be looking into it. For now, this will be the workflow. So over here, oh, my mask is hidden. So yeah, if your mask is hidden, this is where you're going to see the image is going to be exactly the same. It's going to use the black sidelines. So let me just wait for these to be done. I only have 5 images. Maybe I'll keep 5. 5 is okay. So let me undo that, turn the mask back on, press. This will be fixed in the next version, but for now, just kind of bear with it for a little bit. Okay. All right, cool, there. And now I have proper starfish. It actually gave me an extra one, which is fine. And these seams will be fixed in the next version too. You can see how there's kind of a line here. That will be fixed in the next version as well. For now, just kind of bear with it. And these little black spots are because I didn't properly mask the image. So there's still some parts that need to be worked on, but for now, hopefully this will be enough to kind of get you guys in the proper workflow. And that's it. So there's some more features. There's erasing the whole box. You can fill the whole box with a color. You can use the erase tool. You can do a color picker and say, hey, I want this. If it goes off, there are some settings you can use. You can say, hey, I want to limit strokes of box. If you turn that off, it'll let you see everything outside of it. You can darken the area around it. And something that is important is if you accidentally erase too far, sometimes you might see some weird edges when you download or save your pictures. So what you might want to do is do save box region only. And then when you do a bounding box of the whole thing, you can copy and paste. You can save the image directly, and it just saves it to your folder, whatever this is. I called mine trash because I'm going to delete these all later. Or you can copy to clipboard, and that'll just go into your clipboard. And that's about it. So one more thing is if you want to upload a secondary image, if I do this right now, it's going to delete the old ones. That's actually a bug. I am going to be working on that. If you do want to upload a second image into this process, let's say I want to do this, and I want to upload kind of like another image to merge them together, you just have to go into a new tab and back in. It's not great, but that resets it enough that lets you put in that second image. And then what you can do is I can actually say, hey, let me Inpaint. Let me do Shift-C and clear everything. And you can say, hey, I want to make this into a mermaid too. Right? So I can say this is also a mermaid. And I think I can probably fit the whole image in actually. So let me try the whole image. So I can say a mermaid in an ocean. And let's see how well it does with this. I've actually never tried this part before, so and we'll see how it turns out. So this gives and I have the context of the whole image, so it does use the whole pieces. Let's see if it actually makes. Yeah, okay, it's kind of there. It's a little bit blurry, but you can see that it is starting with the body. It added a little ripple, so it looks like it's taking her as outside the ocean, and you can kind of see like the little ripples of water that goes into the ocean. So that's interesting. It does really want to put her under the ocean, maybe because it looks like she's not quite underwater. But ultimately, it's doing a pretty good job. I'm quite actually pretty, yeah, especially like this. This looks really cool. I'm really happy with that. Doesn't fit in with the rest, but you know, the pieces are there. So that's Inpainting and Outpainting. Over here, the sampler will be defaulted to DIM. Doesn't matter what you choose. The image strength does matter. This width and height aspect ratio doesn't matter. It's going to use the bounding box instead. Yeah, and more features to come. So thank you guys for watching. Hopefully this clears up some questions that you guys may have had. Video is a lot longer than I thought it'd be. I thought 2 to 3 minutes, but looks like it's 14. So if you guys stuck around, hopefully you guys know a little bit more about the Inpainting tool. Let me know if you have any questions. Have a good rest of your day.